Good morning. More sunshine today. Lucky us. Let's breathe together. Sit in a chair or lie on your back. In a chair, feel your sit bones and rock side to side on them. Plant them evenly, firmly. Your knees bent at 90 degrees, about hip width apart, with the feet flat on the floor and the toes forward. On your back, maybe your bed, the sofa, the floor, your recliner kicked back. Uncross your legs and rest your arms comfortably at your side with the palms up. Good. Aware of yourself, just notice. And then use the softness routine. Start at the top of your head and feel your scalp, separate from your bony skull, and let it be soft. And as you soften it, it expands and it feels like your ears droop down lower and across the back of your skull. And let it pool at the bottom under that occipital bony ridge. Across your forehead, releasing any wrinkles or the furrow in your brow. Your eyebrows heavy. Your eyelids release. Cheeks warm, heavy, and your tongue inside your mouth soft. From the base to the tip, warm and heavy. And now, like your jaw was the gatekeeper, release your jaw and let it go slack, and let the softness spill down your neck and out your shoulders, all the way out to your fingertips. Down your neck and into your chest and your stomach and your abdomen. Divide at your legs and flow down the legs into your feet and finally out to your toes. Feel this and remember it and look for it. We meet life's challenges, and after we meet life's challenges, or the challenge of our own thoughts, we need to come back to this neutral, soft place. And so we remember it, and we use it. And we consciously bring ourselves back to neutral by softening, letting our scalp release and letting it flow. Now bring your attention and shift the focus from your chest to your belly as you breathe, pulling the air in through both nostrils, rounding up. Your belly rounds up. And then you fill to the top, and then you let the breath go out either through your nose or your mouth. Let the exhale be slower and a little longer than the inhale. And then again, notice yourself, and have you picked up any extra tension? You don't have to try hard. Make this just a natural, normal sized breath. Pulling it in through both nostrils and letting the belly round as you fill, and then spilling the air out a little slower and longer than the inhale. Low and slow and easy. And on the next breath, at the top, add 3 sniffs to fill all the way to the top. And then let the air spill out, maybe through rounded lips gently. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. And continue that pattern of sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom. Expanding your lung capacity. The more you expand your lung capacity, the greater the exchange is between the bloodstream and your lungs. Sending oxygen out to all the cells in your body and picking up the carbon dioxide and letting it flow out through your breath. Sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom. Today is December 21st, the shortest day of the year. Will be so good to have the days begin to get longer again. Let's take advantage of all the benefits of laughter. Laughter, what a great gift. A gift to yourself and a gift to others. When we hear people laugh, we immediately feel a little elevated and want to know what's funny so we can participate. And when we laugh, we get that same effect, and we also get the effect of the compression of the chest as we push the air out. It stimulates the vagus nerve, that nerve that's so important to help us return to neutral after stressful events or thoughts. So do the breath by taking the 3 sniffs at the top and then the Santa Claus laugh, the ho ho ho, to expel the air. Try it. Ho 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 ho. And then do it again. Breathe in, fill to the top. 3 sniffs and a ho-ho. Can you feel the compression of your chest and get a big smile on your face? For laughing like Santa Claus at nothing? What a great practice. If all the hustle, bustle, and mess of the times gets in your way, just try taking that break during the day and soften and sniff at the top and let go with a ho-ho. And reset yourself. Good. Focus on your eyes and roll your eyes up and pretend you can see through the top of your head, and overhead is blue sky and pretty white clouds. And hold the eyes there and gaze into the sky as you continue the breath. We have habits of holding our breath when we do something physical, and so we practice holding our attention on a movement of rolling the eyes up and maintaining the flow of the breath. continuing to look through the top of your head as you breathe in through both nostrils. And then let the breath flow out as you maintain the position of the eyes. Good practice. Combining the flow of our breath with the focus of movement. Good, and now let the eyes come back to neutral and look out through closed eyes as though you could see something about 6 feet in front of you. Good. Now this time roll the eyes down and look through the bottom of your chin. And continue the breath as you hold the eyes looking down through the bottom of your chin. Imagine you can see green grass. Or imagine you're standing in sand at the shore with just a ½ inch to 1 inch of water lapping your feet. Looking through the bottom of your chin. And breathing the low, slow breath. Try this. Bring your eyes now back to neutral and ahead of you about 6 feet. And then imagine a clock face in front of you. And breathe into 12 o'clock. And breathe out to 1 o'clock. And move your eyes around the clock one number at a time. Inhaling and exhaling as you move. Making your way around the clock face, inhaling to a number and then exhaling to the next number. Notice if any positions are harder than other positions. And when you reach 12, just continue the low, slow breath. Focusing your gaze right at the center of the clock face with all the numbers around the edge. Good. Now, if there was one number that seemed harder than all the rest, take your eyes and focus them right at that number. And do the low, slow breath 5 times. Or you can just breathe to the center of the clock if you didn't have one space or position that was more difficult. Good. We talked about a Dave Ramsey podcast and his example of the 4-minute mile and used it for our meditation. If you didn't hear it yesterday, I'll give you just the brief version of it. The 4-minute mile was a mark. And someone had gotten really close, and it was a big deal. Could anybody break the 4-minute mile? And this focus went on for 9 years. One doctor even suggested that it was impossible because the human heart was incapable of handling the 4-minute mile. And after 9 years of conversation, when someone had gotten very close, somebody broke the 4-minute mile. And then something really interesting happened. Now everybody knew it was possible. And in the next 6 years, multiple people, tens of people, broke the 4-minute mile. And the moral to the story is, if you think it's possible, it is. And so we'll use that as our mantra as we breathe this morning, using the low, slow breath, simply breathing in and rounding up and letting the breath flow out slower and longer than the inhale. And set an intention for yourself. It can be something really simple. It can be something really complex. The important part is the part that you believe you can. And so the mantra on the exhale is, yes, I can. You choose the phrase or the word for the inhale, and then on the exhale, your mental mantra is, yes, I can. And breathe it and believe it. Focused on your intention and your breath and your own belief. Yes, I can. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.